if you're gonna do it, go do it and be the best at it. And if you're not, don't do it.
And that's your dad's friend?
Yeah.
And he's like a rock star, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Like country music?
And do you know the band 3 Days Grace?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a guitar player in 3 Days Grace.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's sick.
He's sick, dude. He's a solid guy, man. He's a solid guy.
Sick. I want to check my playlist. I feel like I have. I think that starts to lead into scamming because I look at a company I worked with for 6 or 7 years. What did we sell? We pushed free leads. We pushed training. We pushed culture. We pushed trips. We pushed titles. We pushed systems. We pushed technology. We pushed everything except for the main 2 variables, which we pushed work. I should say we pushed work. And I'll add a variable to that. Leads, work, and compensation. Boom, we're live. Another episode of Adversity Kings. We've got special guests today. Another life insurance killer, Andrew Smith, or just Drew Smith?
It's Andrew, but I go by Drew.
Drew,
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go, bro. How old are you?
22.
22 years old. How long you been in insurance?
September's year 1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so this month is year 1. Pretty cool.
Wow. What'd you do before this?
Blue collar, bro.
Blue collar?
Yeah, building power lines.
So you were union?
Yeah, union.
Were you an apprentice or?
Yeah, so I started non-union right out of high school. So 18, go to the apprenticeship school. After that, get out. I go non-union for like 3 months. And then obviously following money, you're going to go union that you get paid like way more.
Yeah.
So I know somebody who knows somebody. I get into the union. They kind of skip me ahead of line. I get into the union. And then from there, I start going through the union school. It's like I was like 3 years in. I was about to top out. I was getting pretty close, but
wow. Okay. So, and then what are your family, your parents, are they blue collar?
No, my dad's a sheriff
of
the county that I grew up in. And my mom's kind of always done, a couple different things.
Yeah.
She's always had a thing with like special needs kids.
Yeah.
So she's always helped like in the school.
It takes a lot of patience.
Like oh, dude. Yeah.
And a lot of like compassion.
Yeah. Well,
I think you have to have a huge heart.
Yeah, dude, she has a freaking heart of gold, but I think she exhausted at school, and then when she comes home, versus me.
Yeah.
No, dude, I love my mom, bro. My mom is
hilarious.
a saint, but I definitely get my mean side from my mom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
She can be ruthless.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. What do you have siblings?
Yeah.
How many?
Oh yeah. So my parents are divorced. So me and my brother are with my mom, my dad. So we're full blood, and then I got a younger sister, same exact age on dad's side and mom's side.
Okay. And
then dad got remarried with, like 3 other kids on that side too.
Okay. So
got them everywhere. What
was it like for you growing up?
I had a good childhood, honestly.
Yeah.
I didn't go through like trials or tribulations.
What kind of shaped you into who you are today? Was certain sports, certain people?
I think it was certain people.
Yeah.
I think certain people that I watched have success, certain people that I watched not have success. I think the town that I come from is very small-minded, very, very small.
What's the town? Like Nobleton
and that's Corden, Indiana.
Yeah.
So super, super small, dude, and nobody really leaves. Nobody gets out. There's been like a couple people that leave. Like one of my grandpas and my great uncle. Yeah. They left. They're like millionaires or whatever. So like I got to watch that. So definitely seeing him grow up. Or not grow up, but like seeing him, like they live in Florida, right? And they do really well. That, and then like my dad, have always like got a lot of my philosophies, mindsets from my dad. And then one of his best friends, who's super successful in the music industry, he always kind of, and my whole thing is like, whatever you're gonna do, like don't half-ass it and like really go into it and just find the next level that's not average. Like don't be ordinary and don't be average. And I got that from him. And like since I was like 8 years old, like I was around him. They have a huge band, and I was around them, going to shows, stuff like that. And he was always just like, he was a sick role model, dude.
Yeah.
And he was always kind of like, if you're gonna do it, go do it and be the best at it. And if you're not, don't do it.
And that's your dad's friend?
Yeah.
And he's like a rock star, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Like country music?
And do you know the band 3 Days Grace?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a guitar player in 3 Days Grace.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's sick.
He's sick, dude. He's a solid guy, man. He's a solid guy.
Sick. I want to check my playlist. I feel like I have one.
Oh, dude, everybody knows that. Animal I've become.
Yes. That's the band we're talking
about.
I was literally just listening to that this morning.
Hey, probably whenever you're working out.
Wow.
That I Hate Everything About You.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all that stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, they're like
no wonder. Because I'm sitting here, I always like to figure out like what inspired most people that get on here, they're salespeople, they're entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And I want to figure out what was it that clicked inside of you that gave you the inspiration to go big in life and to start looking to make more money outside of the normal, you know what I mean? Exchanging your time for some salary or hourly wage. That can be appealing because some of these union guys, you know, you make $100, $200 an hour. That's not bad.
No,
you know
it's
what
not.
I mean?
No,
But
dude, not at all.
not at all. Like really not at all. But then it's like you start to dabble into the world of sales, and it's physically impossible to find a blue collar salary job unless you're like some underwater welder or something.
That shit's crazy. I would never do that, dude.
Yeah, but like other than that, it's like, you know, it's like some months, you know, I don't know if you've made more than $100,000 in a month, but I know you've been close. But it's like once you start to make 100,000 plus a month, and I know your mentor Ronnie makes $500,000 a month or something. I don't want to put like his whole business out there, but I know a stupid amount of money that when you break down, it's like if there's 40 work hours in a week and you're making 400,000 plus in a month, you're making $100,000. You know what I mean? Like a week. If you do the math, it's like $2,000-$3,000 an hour. Like I don't know a salary job out there like that.
No, it's not even close. I mean? So, it's not even close.
And I think what was the president's like annual salary? It's like 400,000.
I don't even think it's that.
Right. Well, I know Donald Trump forgoes it. He doesn't even accept
he gives it away or something.
Yeah,
right?
he gives it away. But I think like the annual salary for the president's like $500,000 or something.
I didn't even honestly, like I thought it was a little bit less.
Yeah, but it could be. I'm not very politically savvy.
But no, dude, there's no once you
taste it, you can't go back.
Dude,
and it's sickening because and knock on wood, you're only a year in. But despite the highs and lows, you always reflect on like the highs. And like a real dog, a real entrepreneur, a real salesperson, they never really quit or burn out because they remember that week they made $100,000 or the week they made, you know, even if somebody watching this and the week you made $2,000 and you're 6 months in and, you know, you haven't had the best lead batch in a while and, you know, you have some chargebacks and some people, I can't tell you how many people reach out to me. You're like, hey, and it's so funny because we'll be like, hey, I know you've lost everything before. How do you deal with it? I'm like, what'd you lose? And they're like, I lost 3 people. I'm like,
you didn't lose everything, bro.
I was like, bro, you don't even know what it's like.
You didn't lose anything, bro.
I always tell people this. I was like, I don't really respect you as a millionaire until you've lost $1 million. And the game is not to lose $1 million, but it is pretty inevitable when it comes to like a large amount of success is you're going to lose assets in business and insurance and sales. That's people. You're going to lose teams and you're going to lose money. You're going to make poor decisions and things like that. But it's like how you rebound and how you learn. I said this to my team last night. The measure of intelligence is not necessarily your ability to just, you know, immediately figure things out. I think that's, you know, obviously a variable of it, but what it really is how quickly can you correct path from you making poor decisions? You know, because the opposite of that, insanity, or what I like to call stupidity, is how many agents, how big's your team now?
Been like $500,000 a month.
You're $500,000 a month. What do you guys got? 30, 40 guys submitting on a monthly basis, I imagine? Because you guys have and one thing, if you're watching this, what I wanted to point out, and the reason I didn't say he has 500 people, because that's not cool. What's cool is he's doing $500,000 a month with 30 something people. So just do the math. The average person is making 10, 15 grand a month. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's good money. But the stupidity is, and you've probably experienced now a year in, probably I bet 40, 50 people coming to you with the same problem every single week and no new resources. And by resources, I don't mean just leads. I mean like them being at least somewhat intelligent to be like, hey, I'm having the same problem every week, and be like, well, did you try this? And did you try that? And it's like, they just bring you the same thing over and over again. That's stupidity or the definition of insanity. Do the same thing over and over again and expect a new result. You know what I mean? And that's what like burns people out.
Yeah. And a lot of it's just complaining.
Yes.
And not doing the work.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, dude, people get, and I see this all the time, especially in sales, especially in our sales where it's a lead-based sales.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to have shiny object syndrome.
Yeah.
Or like another company or another carrier, this, that, like different comp, right? Dude, you're just not working and you're complaining.
I hear everybody screaming about a company right now of, you probably know what it is. The final expense company that recently has just been a huge
fake
thing.
Brokerage.
I don't even know what they are.
I call it a fake brokerage.
Yeah, I don't know what, like, they're like, it's super fast express pay and issue pay this and that. And I'm like, listen, I can understand in regard to appealing and everything like that, but it's like, if your priority is working with the tier 1 carriers, which you guys have, you have the best carriers that are proven like a century plus old. They've been around, you know, so some of these new carriers will pop up and people don't realize what's their financial strength. to withstand the test of time and also to pay out to clients, because you could be pushing a bunch of production and then it all just gets shut down.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And that's the thing that people don't realize a lot of the time, and a lot of the reason that, okay, so insurance appeals to young people because you can get paid a lot really fast. Well, insurance appeals to smart people because they know, like, especially a family first life. Okay, you come here, dude, anybody can mess up.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what happens. My contract is with me to that carrier, me to that carrier, me to that carrier. As long as I don't mess anything up, they're billion-dollar companies.
Yeah.
They've been around since the 1800s. Dude, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, literally.
Dude, it's undeniable.
Yeah.
As long as I don't mess up, hurt anybody's feelings, I'm good.
Yeah.
So I can always keep selling insurance. And dude, the whole thing with the fake brokerage, everybody wants to have shiny object syndrome.
Yeah.
And then they go to like the fake brokerage thing where they have the one carrier, the new carrier that everybody's talking about.
Yeah.
Which is funny. You said they pay off submit, which they actually just stopped doing.
I just heard. I see it all over social media.
They just stopped doing that. So,
and it's super dangerous because all the people that flood to that, they're usually scammers or like the immoral people when it comes to the insurance space, or they have that, they lack the delayed gratification characteristic where they just need everything instantaneously.
Yeah.
And then they rack up a bunch of debt, and in that company, even the insurance carrier, I don't know how they could operate when you just sell a bunch of shill business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
whenever you just tell somebody, you're just going to get it in the mail.
Yeah. We're just seeing. What's the pitch people do? Nothing will get drafted. We're just seeing if you can qualify.
That's straight up just lying
to
bro, people. What are you doing?
What is this?
And then those are the same people that say that, and like, yeah, I'm just going to send you something in the mail. And then they cry because they have 60% chargebacks.
And then they'll cry and they'll say insurance is a scam and do this. And it's like, dude, you're the scam.
You're just not working, bro.
Correct.
Like, you're not working.
I get torn between two things. I think insurance is so simple. It's not complex. It's not complicated. I think people that oversell anything other than you want lead flow and you want to work 24/7 or as much as possible and efficiently as possible, I think that starts to lead into scamming. Because I look at a company I worked with for 6 or 7 years. What did we sell? We pushed free leads. We pushed training. We pushed culture. We pushed trips. We pushed titles. We pushed systems. We pushed technology. We pushed everything except for the main two variables, which we pushed work. I should say we pushed work. And I'll add a variable to that: leads, work, and compensation. So it's like,
those are important.
If you're working for an insurance company, a sales company that isn't transparently talking about leads do matter, lead quality matters, and lead flow matters. And if you're not in a sales company that gives you the full flexibility to work as many leads as possible, and it's not, well, I love free leads. It's not free. If you're on a 40% commission, it's not a free lead.
That's what they don't understand. Okay, you think you're getting free leads, and it's like, okay, you dealt with it at the captive space, right? And I watched Tanner deal with it at the captive space.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're getting free leads, but how many are you actually getting?
Correct.
Okay, and
the quality.
Dude, they've been like stepped on, like, it's not pure anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, it's been stepped on. And then, whenever you get to, there's no world where you can have a system where they give you free leads and you're not paying for it somehow.
Yeah.
Whether it's based on quality or whether it's based off the guy above you is making just an insane override on you because now you're at a 60, 70% comp.
Lower.
Even lower. Yeah. And that's like generous for the people that are giving you free leads. The 60, 70% comp is pretty generous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you're limited to one product. Imagine you being limited to pretty much just final expense.
Oh, dude, that would suck.
Yeah. You're just limited to whole life.
That would suck because I love whole life. And that's like probably 90% of our volume. But dude, you know how much
But imagine
money
you had no other tools in your tool belt.
It'd be horrible.
Like, imagine showing up and you had to build a power line and all you had was a screwdriver.
Not getting done.
You know what I mean?
Not getting done, bro. Definitely not.
And you know what I applaud and I kind of reflect back on is how was I so bought into that for 6 or 7 years, to the extent that I did make millions of dollars, and to the extent that I did accomplish not much in the grand scheme of things, but in that company, young phenom, agency owner. So it's like, what happened in my brain? Because it's like, if I can reverse engineer that and bring that over into a space where people have better resources, more resources, better products for the client, I can generate 10 times the result. I made $7 or $8 million gross over 7 years of being there. If I could get someone to make $70 or $80 million and have better resources, better products for the client, and better compensation for themselves, that's where I kind of like look back and I applaud them. I applaud the mentors that I used to have, because it's whatever they did to my brain.
Yeah,
You know what I
dude.
mean? Like it like got me to believe so much and almost disregard reality,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, and dude, I honestly think it's just something that, because look at your life like leading up to whenever you got into that sales position. Well, dude,
Yeah,
you were grateful for it, right?
correct.
So I
Yeah,
think that has a lot to do with it, because I'm super grateful for like what I have with like Ronnie
yeah,
and the playbook, and now my entire team. And I got lucky that
yeah,
that's the one that I got to buy into, because it's like the right kind of system to buy into.
yeah.
But I think it comes down to where you were at, how grateful were you for the opportunity, and then just kind of being loyal to that.
I think gratitude. Yeah, and I think you hit the nail on the head. Gratitude is expressed through your actions, not through your verbal commentation.
Oh
Because
yeah.
a lot of people are, especially your first month people, they're so excited, they're so grateful, and it's just blah 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 blah
Mm-hmm.
blah. But the people that are really grateful, it's just you hit them up. What are you doing? I'm working. It's 2 a.m. We hit them up. It's 8 a.m. What are you doing? I'm working. I'm
Mm-hmm.
working. What are you doing? And it's not like, oh, I'm reading books and cold plunging. I'm on the phones. I'm on the
I'm
phones. I'm
grinding.
on the phones.
Yeah.
And those are the people that are actually grateful for an opportunity, and they realize what's in it for them. And it's cool when you can combine that with fairness
Mm-hmm.
and knowing that they're building something. That what's cool about your guys' system is you guys can build a massive book of business, and you can sell it. The owner and
Yeah.
founder of your operation put you guys in a
Yeah.
position where you guys can sell your business, so you have ownership over your business, and you've got fair compensation as well. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
nobody out in the brokerage world that could be like, we could beat your guys' compensation.
Yeah, no, you can't,
You
dude.
guys have the best carriers, and you have the best comp. People are like, well, you're building a company independent from them. Why are you plugging them? I was like, it's a lack of fear. I'm confident in who I am and who I can
Yeah.
attract, but it's also recognition of like, I'm not an idiot. You know what I mean? I
Right.
recognize what it is you guys have, and I appreciate what you guys have. I think from building businesses and marketing and things like that, like in the insurance space, there's nobody really like you guys. You know what I mean? Like there's a
Yeah.
lot of egotistical people that think they're like Jeff Bezos, and like you
It's so
guys,
laughable, dude.
yeah, you guys are
So
pretty much
funny.
down to earth for the most part, you know?
That's so funny. I thought about that whenever I got to Miami, right? Being the down to earth, and I always watch your videos, dude. So every time you talk about the Jeff Bezos thing, it makes me laugh so much.
Yeah.
There's so many like 19-year-old kids and stuff that like are probably here right now. Like, do we have like 3,000 people at a convention that holds like 1,800 people? So which
I
is
can
gonna
imagine.
be freaking
It's gonna
massive.
be crazy.
But dude, you're gonna see so many of them, like, because they are making money, dude.
Yeah.
But they're gonna roll up and like Lambo and this
it's
and
gonna
that,
be
dude. We got like
Lambos.
what do we have, like a Volkswagen?
Yeah.
I rented a Volkswagen.
Yeah.
We're like,
That's sick.
dude, I'm not sure.
That's sick.
For one, like, okay, you can get all the content and stuff you want with it, but okay, dude, as soon as you put that on your social media, now someone just says you rented it.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, bro. Like, if I'm gonna get a Lamborghini, it's gonna be because I own it, and that's when
Yeah.
it'll go on my page. I don't have to act like I'm
Yeah.
rolling in money and renting
Yeah.
a freaking go to Miami and rent a freaking Lamborghini or anything like that. But
Yeah.
I always think it's funny whenever you talk about the Jeff Bezos thing.
Dude,
Too many people are like that.
It's hilarious. It's literally hilarious. So you guys are doing $500,000 a month right now. You're crushing it. You got 30 guys. What do you think? Let's start with, what's the best thing that you think you've picked up from working with Ronnie in the playbook?
Leadership development.
Leadership development, and in what sense?
Being able to actually, for one, get somebody else to see the bigger picture, and
Yeah.
not be, because you can get into insurance and you can live commission to commission, no
Yeah.
different than you were living check to check. That was guaranteed. Now you just have to work a lot harder just to live commission to commission, right? So for one, getting someone to see the bigger picture, like for instance, I got Colby. Like you got to pod with him here in a couple days. From the very beginning, we were able to get him to see the bigger picture very fast. He saw the system. He saw it was possible. So getting him to see the bigger picture and then giving him the tools to actually like succeed. And then, one thing about leadership development is delegation, like giving a guy the opportunity to fail and then assess what went wrong and assess how we get better the next time, until he's so good at it, now he can duplicate himself into other people.
Yeah.
And I think once you start doing that, that's whenever you can really build something big, because you can get to 300, 400, 500 by yourself.
Yeah.
But dude, you just cracked 1 million.
Yeah.
Gonna do it by yourself. You know what I mean? You've got leaders in your business,
And that's the biggest thing that I'd say is like, when people are like, what's the system? And I'm like, it's just people. Like I just look for good people,
bro.
People. And they're like, well, how do you find good people? I'm like, well, you need to have proof of production and proof of receipts. So it's like, I've written business. I've written a lot of business, and I don't let anybody recruit in our business if they don't write business. So
Yeah.
it's like, if you don't write business and you're not profitable, I don't want you recruiting. Like, you attract who
Yeah.
you are. If you're a brokey,
Yeah.
you're gonna bring other brokies, and you know what brokies do? They write bad business.
They write bad business and roll debt.
They roll debt. You know what I
Then I'm
mean?
not
So it's
interested
like,
in that at all.
we don't want any of that. You know, I'll send them somewhere else. Here, go work at the old company I used to work at. They like that.
Yeah, bro. I've got the spot for you, bro.
Yeah.
They got a power dialer, and they'll give you free leads, bro.
Yeah, literally.
You're gonna love it, dude. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
I got the place for you.
Yes.
If you don't want to work, I know where you should go.
You know, that's one thing I talked to when I was first cracking into the brokerage space. I remember talking to Wiley and Ronnie, and I was like, what's the biggest thing you guys do that separates you guys from everybody else and the overall organization? And I think for you guys, what I noticed was just the standards seem to be higher than everybody else. So like,
They are.
I remember hearing one detail of like, listen, if guys aren't writing business after 90 days or something, they're going on paid as earned. And I was like, damn.
Dude, if I have a guy that's so funny, and I literally do this, I'll tell people on recruiting calls, I'm like, dude, after 90 days, if you're not issuing $15,000 to $20,000 and you're like not netting, close to 5 figures a month, I'm just gonna help you find another job because you just go broke in insurance.
1,000%.
Like,
yeah,
dude, if you're actually not paying 15 to 20 grand, like, dude, by the time you got taxes, you've got lead spend, like it's an actual business. So like,
correct,
you have business. Expenses. So like, dude, if you're not actually like showing up, working your ass off, selling 15 to 20K, dude, let me help you find somewhere that's hiring.
Yeah.
Because you probably just aren't working enough,
Yeah.
bro. Let me find you something else.
Got the free dialer and the free lead.
Let me send you to the place I know. But no, dude, that is, you're very right. The standard is huge. I remember whenever I came in, Ronnie was like, yeah, it's 10K or die. I'm like, a month? He's like, a week. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Like 10K a week, bro?
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. I was making like $6 grand, $4 to $6 grand a month. You want me to do 10 grand a week?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, like let's see what happens. I did like $6 grand my first week, another $6 grand my second week. I'm like, I gotta hit 10.
Yeah.
I'm falling behind, dude.
Yeah.
But dude, the standard is huge, and the crazy thing is it keeps getting elevated.
Yeah.
And I don't know the last time you looked at our leaderboards, but dude, these things are freaking starting to get out of hand. They're blowing my mind. Like whenever I started, leaderboards were, top, 5 producers were, 40 and 50K.
Yeah.
Now it's like our top 3 producers are like 99, 98, 90, 88. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But dude, it comes back to the standard getting set higher and higher and higher. Yeah. And it's the thing where it's like, after one guy does it, someone else is looking to do it again.
Yeah.
So like, okay, we had Omar. He went and did $9,900,000 issue paid final expense in a month.
Wow.
Yeah, he's insane. Crazy lead flow.
Yeah.
He's got $2 working behind him, but dude, the kid works from 9 a.m. to 12 o'clock at night every single night, and even on Sundays. And he did it. And then other people were like, well, I'm a human and God made me just the same. So why would I not go try to do it too? So then you've got, 10, 15 people that are actually trying to go hit 100K in a month. Well, yeah, of course, bro, we're doing 6 million a month. If we're, bro, we're doing $1 million between 10 guys at this point. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy. But the standard keeps getting higher and higher and higher.
It has to. And it naturally occurs when you set standards in place in general, because then you get guys that come in, they're competitive, and they're like, well, I want to make my standard higher than his standard because I'm a man. You know what I mean? Why would I want to make it even less?
Yeah. I think it's funny. The other thing that we're big on is like 3-second celebrations.
Yeah.
And one of my brand new guys, he hasn't even sold a policy yet. He's down here. He gets to start at this event down here, so it'll be super cool for him.
Yeah.
But he was like, yeah, do my first 30K month. We're gonna do some kind of trip or whatever. And I just laughed. And then Blake Lawson, he's on the other side of me, and he just laughed. I said, Blake, what did you do when you hit 40K? He goes, yeah, I got told it wasn't enough and tried to hit 50.
Yeah.
He's
literally.
He's like, dude, I 3-second celebration on to the next, dude.
Yeah, if any of you guys watching this, if you're in sales and you have really big goals and dreams, if you need motivation to stay working and realize, like, be proud for a couple of seconds. I completely agree with that. Reward yourself, whatever. But you just look up Miami or Dubai or Google it. Don't come here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're gonna realize someone's spending that a day. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
dude.
Your monthly, they're spending it a day on like fun money. You know what I mean? Now, is that everybody? But there's people out there that like you can't wrap your mind around it. Like, myself, it's like I'll meet people and I'll be like, I don't know how you're doing that. You know what I mean? Like I need to think way bigger. I need to work way smarter and way harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I always think it's funny because like we got here yesterday, the first thing we saw was like a Ferrari on the way. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm still broke.
Yeah.
Like, damn, bro, I'm still broke.
Now it's like, it's the jets. Like I'm over the cars.
Oh.
I'm thinking about like when you see a guy, like a younger guy, even like sub 40s, you know what I mean? Like 30 years old with a jet. That's where I'm like sick. Cause it's like, you can come up with so think of a car, you know, $500,000 to $1 million car.
You can fake it.
It's not a matter of fake it. You can rent obviously, but like you can come up with a couple $100,000. That's just, it's symbolic of you came up with a couple $100,000. Right. And you can afford $5,000 to $10,000 a month on the car payment, which is still, that's cool. A jet, you came up with a couple $1 million cash, more than likely. And then you're spending minimum $1 million a year.
Just on fuel.
On like fuel maintenance, maybe piloting. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like not only do you got your financing, but then you've got $100,000 a month just on parking it and maintenance and whatever else, you know, might be.
It's funny whenever you start thinking about it because it's like, okay, I'm about to break like $1 million in a year, right? Mm-hmm. Well, dude, somebody spends that on their jet fuel.
Somebody spends
like, I'm still broke,
fuel,
dude.
You know what I mean? And they're like 20 or something.
Yeah. And
actually, I only know one guy that's like 24, 25 with a jet, a Forex trader. And obviously, I don't know the full story and everything like that, but it seems pretty legit. And it just makes you think. For me, it's exciting. Like I don't get like down, depressed or anything like that. I get excited and I'm like, you know, money is just like, it's a video game. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
It's just figuring out how do you score bigger, how do you score more, and how do you score better. And then it's just, you know, figuring out that equation. I'm like, all right, you just have to play the game better.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember whenever I moved to Austin, Texas.
That's where you're at now?
No. So now I'm back home in Indiana.
Okay.
So I started the business like September of last year, right?
Okay.
3 months in, I've sold, you know, like almost $100,000.
Okay.
So doing okay. And me and Tanner were kind of like running mates at the time, right?
Yeah.
And so Ronnie's like, hey, Ronnie, Zach Turdowski, and Mahmoud, they bought this house down in Texas, big compound. They're like, hey, we're going to move a couple guys into it. Like, you guys are popping off. Like, we think you should go. So we go. And whenever we get down there, you know, me and Tanner obviously had just completely locked in. And, you know, when we went, we were making like, I think like 20 grand a month at the time. And then I think there was 8 of us. I think 7 of us left making like 40 grand a month. I think Tanner was making like 60 whenever we left. I was making like 40. And we go home. Before we go home, though, me and Tanner had the conversation. That's what we just said. He's like, dude, this is like a video game.
Yeah.
He's like, every freaking month, dude, we go up like $10,000 in income. And it's like, every time we get there, like that's the new floor.
Yeah.
But that's, if you think like that, you will always progress.
Correct.
You'll always progress. And it's funny, what's his name? He sold a big insurance business.
Patrick
Brad David. Yeah. He has this video where he's like, and I love it. He's like, you get to the top of this level and then immediately go to the bottom of the next level.
Correct.
Well, like you suck at the bottom of the next level,
Correct.
but just keep getting better.
Yeah.
Open your mind bigger, get more answers from more people that are higher in the level. And then you just keep going up, dude.
Correct. That's why I like fighting. Cause it's like you beat up a bunch of people and then you go to like the next level and like the next group of people and they beat the hell out of you and make you feel like an idiot again. You know what I mean? And it's in everything in life. It doesn't matter. It could be baking. You know what I mean? Like
right.
It doesn't matter. There's just levels to everything. And I think it's super cool. It's super. It makes life exciting. And I think the only people that like there's a dullness to life and life like ceases to truly become exciting is when you just stay at your current level. You just stay the master of like nothing or the master of the beginning.
Yeah.
Where it's like you really don't push yourself. You're just like comfortable, you know, being the best loser.
Yeah, that sucks, dude.
You know?
And I dude, something that I have, like my biggest fear in life is just like dying average.
Correct.
Like whatever level I'm at, just being average in that level. So you could be making $100,000 a month, but like somebody's, you could be average at making $100,000 a month, right?
Yeah.
And one thing, I heard this, I don't remember who said it, but I picture like whenever we die or whenever the world ends, right?
Yeah.
We get met by God and God shows us. He shows me whenever I die, he shows me, but at my fullest potential, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, if I'm not looking back at me, who I am at my fullest potential, if I don't die at my fullest potential, I'm gonna be real freaking upset.
Yeah.
No, and that's what kind of, You don't need motivation, dude. You need to just go strive to hit your fullest potential.
Correct.
And that's kind of what keeps me from being complacent, I think.
Yeah. No, I like that a lot. I've heard a lot of guys use comparisons to that. Another insurance guy makes comparisons to that. Ed Milet.
That's who I heard it from.
Yeah.
Ed Milet's a freaking beast, dude.
Yeah. He was insurance.
He does?
He did. I don't know if he still does, but he made a lot of money from insurance.
He's a freaking savage, dude.
A
savage.
Yeah. Who's the best guy in your business?
The best guy in my business, like in our, in my team?
Yeah, in your business.
Oh, Colby Whitaker.
Yeah.
He's a savage, bro. He's a sick savage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's awesome. He from?
He's from, bro, we went to school together.
Okay, so yeah, what was the motivation? So did you plan an office in Indiana? And is it like
we got 2 now.
So it's like I made all this money and I'm making this money and I want to like go home and improve like this small town.
Well, dude,
wrong.
No, honestly, I didn't want to come back at all.
Yeah.
I didn't want to come back because leaving felt so good.
Yeah.
Like leaving and knowing that, okay, I'm chasing my potential. I don't have to be here.
Now you're the richest guy in Indiana. Or at least
we're getting there. Yeah. We're getting there. That's the goal. But no, dude, I was virtual. I had like 2 guys with me in Austin, and then Colby had like 2 guys, and then I had another guy back home. And I'm like, shit, us 2-3 guys down here, like we're from there. What if we all go back? So we're gonna have like 7-8 guys. We get a couple more. We got 10 guys, bro. We can open an office.
Yeah,
like let's do it. And I told Ronnie whenever I moved down there, and he laughed. He laughed at me at the time. He just kind of gave it a little chuckle. I was like, yeah, I'm going to stay here until I have to open an office. That's my goal, is to open an office.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stay here until I do it. And I thought it was going to be like a year and a half. Yeah. Right. And it took like 3 months.
Wow.
It's like, we're ripping, dude. We're ripping. Wow. So did it. It's kind of risky because, you open an office, you're making like $40,000 a month.
Yeah.
It's kind of expensive to open an office.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They want typically first and last, maybe a security.
Yeah, like 3 months up front. And then you got
and a decent office is no less than $5,000 a month. I don't care if you're in Nobleback, Indiana, or wherever you're at.
I don't know. Indiana's a little bit cheaper. I'm at like $3,000 a month.
Okay, yeah, but still, you had to come up with 10 bands.
Yeah.
That's, like 20% of your monthly income or something.
Right.
So it's like, I still can see that. But like, what are the pros and cons? I was in the captive space where it was an office for 6 or 7 years, but we got to $1 million a month with no office. But a piece of me knows we would be at $2 million a month.
Oh my God,
bro. It was an office. You know what I mean? So it's like, but we look at the offices in Miami and they're like $40,000 a month.
Oh yeah, well, dude, you can't open an office here, dude.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not opening it off.
Dude, that would be horrible. I'm not gonna open Jeff
Bezos. Like, if it's $40,000 a month, it better come with an Iron Man suit, and I better be able to jump out the freaking like.
Yeah, it better come with a jet.
Literally,
it better come with a jet, bro.
Exactly. So
no, dude, having an office is sick.
Yeah.
Because Discord and everything like that is cool. It's great.
I think virtual is better, in my opinion, for the ladies. I think it's a compliment to the women. I think they're better at like working independently at home and logging on. They don't need like the accountability. But as men, I think we need that brotherhood of being around one another and like seeing a guy locked in and you're being soft. And it's like, why am I being soft? I look over.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That dude's locked in. He's crushing a sale. And it's like having that, the camaraderie as well, of building the relationship of people that are, if you set a standard for your office. If you don't set a standard for your office,
it can go to hell in a handbasket quick, dude.
Yeah, very quickly. It'd just be a brokey like vape zone. You know what I mean? So
very easily.
Very quickly.
And that's important too, dude. Whenever you...
Do you guys set standards of like, hey, you can't come in the office if you're not making money?
Yeah. So we have 3 office rules. Number 1, they're kind of funny. Number 1 rule is if you're not here by 9:30, the door's going to lock. You can get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Number 2 is if you're not here to work, you can get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then number 3 is, what's number 3? Shit, I forgot. I forgot my own rules. Number 3? Shit, I forgot my rules. Dude, if you're not there to work, just get the fuck out.
Literally.
Just get the fuck out. That's the most important rule.
If you ain't here by XYZ, which literally
Oh, there it is. It's if you're not a 40K producer, you need to shut the fuck up.
I like that. Now,
that's the third one.
I'm going to write these rules down for...
Dude, yeah, you open an office, let me know. Let me know. I'll... These are fire.
I'm telling these guys right now.
Because you got to think, like, okay, you're in an office. People are going to ask you questions. People are going to go to this person for questions, this person for questions. But if you're not, like, selling 40K a month, you should ask the person selling 40K a month. You know what I mean?
Super fire, bro. Yeah. I love that. It reminds me of, again, like it was 6 years, damn near. I lived in the office. I literally lived there. So it's like, that's going to be my next post is, I think November, December, just to give you like, and this is just some sauce for you guys, is what's worked really well for me, is giving like lesson posts, but instead of doing the reels, because everybody does the reels, the attention span is too short now. So you should try something out where you do like a carousel. And
yeah, dude, we've been doing that.
Good. Then you're already on the wave.
He's cooking, bro. He's cooking.
Yeah, like this blew up. It's got almost 1,000 likes.
Oh, that right there?
Yeah, this blew up, and it's just lessons. And you look at the insights, 27,000 views, and it's just straight like you and using these lessons and attacking the pain points that I went through, title strips and trophies. Yeah. So now it's like I onboarded 2 new agencies, captive agencies this week, just from like forget the reel.
You pulled 2 full agencies from that?
Yeah.
Dude, that's
so the
sick.
only pro about me being in a company that long is I built a really good name for myself. Yeah. So I don't have to attack any other broker, which I think people that cross-recruit brokers are stupid because you have to wait for carrier releases.
That's the dumbest.
There's carrier debt. And usually people that shop around brokers are sucky. You know what I mean?
The people that don't work, that want a power dialer, power dialer, higher comp, and free leads.
Bro, why are you leaving?
That's those people.
Like we have the same carriers. Like nothing's going to be different over here.
What
I heard you have an exclusive lead. Like we have the same human beings. They're humans on Earth. And they all should, for the most part, like depending on the lead you're buying, they should be inquiring about life insurance. Like you're lucky you're not calling, some dog kits like my old company had. So
that's insane. That's insane.
Man, there was okay. So we talked about Colby, your best guy. We talked about your offices. Let's wrap up with the future. What's the future look like? What's the goal for? And let's not go too far because if you're anything like me, I just like I have a goal for the next year, but 5-10 year plan is like whatever.
I do not have a 5-10 year plan. I am not that planned out with my life.
What's 2026 going to look like?
I don't even know. I'm not even going that far. Honestly, I just want to.
What's the next 2 months going to?
I just want to smash out this next quarter. I was taught go by quarters.
Yeah,
and I'm ready to just double it. I'm just ready to hit $1 million.
Yeah,
and there's no reason that you can't if I can do a very good job at developing leaders, right?
Yeah.
So I've got 3 guys that are ready to go like that. Yeah. They're setting around 75, 100 grand teams. Dude, getting those guys to 200 is probably the most important thing for me and for my whole team, my life, everything is revolved right now around getting 3 guys to like 200K.
Yeah.
And
I feel like a big thing for me has always been on helping people think even more unrealistic, kind of like with what Ronnie told you of like it's 10K or die, like right when you first started. So like if your goal in this next quarter is to double up to $1 million, I'd be shooting for what are the requirements to get to 2 mil? So if you're doing 500,000 with 30 guys, I'd be thinking to myself, like, how do we get to 120 guys?
Reverse engineer.
So, just because if you shoot for twice as much, odds are you hit half and then you're at your mil.
So what would it be?
Because you really only need 60 something submitters. Yeah, and like for me too, like I used to be so big into the data and spreadsheets and notes, but then I was like, dude, it's such a simple business. Yeah. If we get people to sell a bunch of insurance and get really fat, big paychecks, that's the best marketing. You know what I mean?
Post the proof, dude.
Yeah, just post the proof. That's all it is. Like if people are like, what about this system and this technology and this page to set this up for this funnel? And it's like, the reason you don't recruit anybody, Timmy, is because you're broke. And the reason you're broke is because you're scared to work the phones
or to buy leads.
So it's like, figure out working and getting leads, and
it's literally so simple, dude. And it's too many times people mess up. People don't go make money because they overcomplicate it and they stay stagnant, right? Dude, if you just really actually realize, dude, buy leads, read the script, go to work, post a proof.
Another bonus thing I think you guys can do in the brokerage, and I'm experiencing it now too, is like the only con to buying leads is people won't work referrals. So the thing about a free lead system is you're limited because they're only going to give you maybe 100 free leads a month.
Mm-hmm.
They suck, and you're forced. You have to ask everybody for referrals. You're constantly networking. You're constantly thinking how to generate referrals. So if you could combine that energy with buying leads, your profitability would skyrocket. You know what I mean? Like imagine everybody that buys leads and has 100, 200 leads coming in a week. If they asked everybody they talk to, hey, who do you know that'd be interested in buying my product? Who do you know that'd be interested in getting some life insurance protection as well? And they ask every soul that, and they roll those referrals.
Yeah, most people are going to be like, I don't know anybody. Thanks for my policy. But dude, every now and then,
and I guarantee you can get 1 solid referral sale, 2 solid referral sales for every 10 or 15 people you talk to. Like as long as you're not
worth
an idiot,
bro.
It's more than worth it. It's profit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a lead you didn't have to buy, and you're increasing your profitability, which allows you to either one, invest into more resources to generate more income, or now to start to scale infrastructure to actually scale your business, or just save and invest into, additional investments, whatever it might be. Like the goal should be to make more money.
The goal is always profitability.
Yeah.
And
correct.
how do I become the most profitable? And
Correct.
the only way to get more profitable is more work.
More work.
More work, bro. More leads.
Yeah,
and that's as simple as insurance gets.
Yes, sir. Fire. Anything else you want to leave anybody with?
I mean, when it comes to insurance, obviously don't overcomplicate it. But if it's not even insurance, like you have people that watch this that aren't in the insurance space.
Yeah.
Dude, whatever you're going to do, don't half-ass it. Just,
yeah.
Like seriously, whatever you're going to do, just go do it at the highest capability, the highest level that you possibly can. And just be obsessed about living to your full potential, and you're going to see shit change.
Let's go. Fire. Guys, this was Andrew or Drew. And where can they find you if they want to work with you?
Instagram, that's the best place to go. Official Drew_Smith.
Let's go.
Bang. Let's go.
Let's go. This was Drew Smith, guys. Peace. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, sir.